What's up guys, my name is Joe and today we're going to cover a list of the top style trends for guys here in 2020. Important to note, as per usual, when we're talking about trends, these are things that are in right now, things that are popular right now, not necessarily personal recommendations, although I will let you know what I kind of like and what I'm not so into. My job is to give you the list, you decide what you like and what you want to leave behind. So first up, let's just get right into it. Yes, this is the new hair, by the way. I think it's working quite well with the color and I've got a haircut for this coming next week. But first up, let's talk some footwear. Sliders really started to rise in 2019 as your comfy, casual loungewear option, and they're gonna go strong in 2020 as well. Whether you're just chilling at home or going for a chill day at the beach, sliders are a great practical option. Now, obviously, sliders aren't the most like fashionable pair or type of footwear out there, but compared to like regular flip-flops and sandals, they are much sleeker and more modern option that not only look better than those, in my opinion, but they're also more comfortable as well. I don't like sandals. I don't like my toes in between the things. And yes, my pair right here is an Adidas knockoff that I bought in Indonesia like 2 years ago, okay? Sliding the sliders aside, you've got retro shoes and boots. So personally, I kind of like the retro silhouettes. Not all of them, but I am a fan of the retro sneaker uprise. The trend in 2018 and some of 2019 was the chunky, the ugly shoe, the dad shoe, which was definitely controversial. Some people liked it, other people hated it, but that's what I think inspired the rise of the retro sneaker, because even though they don't have to be fat or chunky like the dad shoe, they're still old school and I'm a fan. Think like the Nike Blazers in either low top or high top. Nike has been pumping out tons of new colorways recently to keep up with the bandwagon, and they're also a good example of a clean take on a vintage style. You've also got the Reebok Club 85s updated with a bunch of new colors as well, and even collabs with some big artists like Khalid. I like both of those shoes, the Nike Blazers, the Reebok 85s. I've got my own pair of Reebok 85 clubs that was a collab. I think it's pretty clean, but just a little bit more detail. I'm just kind of tired of seeing the plain white sneaker silhouette. It's a little bit played out. I like a little bit of detail, a little bit of texture. You guys know, I like texture. I like texture on my hair, on my body, my clothes, what I meant by my body. Talking boots, military style boots. That's all I'm gonna say, all right? That more utilitarian look. We got a lot to talk about, so let's move on. Number two, we're starting to see the rise of non-motorcycle leather jackets. Think like a more sleeker, more refined take on your classic leather jacket. And don't get me wrong, classic leather jackets aren't going anywhere. They are a classic for a reason because they ain't never going out of style. But for a more trendy look, check out leather jackets that don't follow the classic rules. Leather bombers, for example, are an easy transition because bombers are a classic as well. Or any other version of a non-biker style is something that you're probably gonna be seeing a lot more this year. For me, it's a little bit hit and miss. I've always got a soft spot for the classic biker jacket style leather, but some of the other pieces I've been seeing, they look pretty good too. Number three, a trend that we should all celebrate because it's so easy to do, it's so easy to make look good, and that is minimalism. Now, yes, minimal looks have always been a thing, but it's becoming more and more fashionable to keep the look simple. Regardless of any trends ever, all right, you almost always need the basics, the essentials to build up on. And guys, I did it. I landed that Cuts sponsorship. Some of you guys may know I've been a huge fan of Cuts clothing for a while now. It's this, what says example is what I'm wearing right now. But check out my Instagram to see what I'm talking about. Bam, wearing Cuts right here. And what about over here? Bang, you got Cuts clothing. Open up another one, boom, that's Cuts clothing. And another, Cuts clothing. All right, you get the point. I'm a huge fan and I have been for a while. Now, the reason why I love these shirts is because they are essentials done right. What's the point in constantly buying new t-shirts that end up wrinkled, shrunk? You got that bacon neck, they get stretched out. All of that stuff doesn't happen with these Cuts shirts. I've owned some of these shirts from Cuts clothing for 8 months now with consistent wear, and they still look and feel as good as new. This one included, I bought this, like I said, almost 8 months ago. It's perfect, it fits like a charm. And speaking of fit, the fit is impeccable. It's great. They're modern, athletic, and tailored to fit you in a way that flatters, so they're not gonna be like super skin tight, and they're not gonna be too baggy. It's just right. And that's coming from a guy who's fairly slender over here as well. You've also got plenty of styles to pick from, like their classic, split, or elongated options, along with new colors being added every season, so you can always stay looking fresh. Listen, all right, everything aside, these shirts are honestly an easy recommendation. They feel amazing. They are super soft. They got soft. They got some kind of proprietary blend that they've created, and I don't know, it's just some magic in a shirt, basically. I really think that you guys would love what Cuts clothing has to offer, so if you want to check out anything from them, check out out the link down below, you're gonna get an automatic 15% off applied. You won't be disappointed. Moving on from keeping it minimal, number 4, we've got full body tracksuits. Now, not long ago, full body tracksuits were considered to be a little bit tacky. I still think they need to be worn for specific occasions, you know, like hiking or going to the gym or anything that requires physical activity. But guess what? They're cool now. I personally prefer keeping full body tracksuits simple, colorway wise, you know, your blacks and grays, just keeping it sleek and understated. But full tracksuits can make it look like you take care of yourself from a physical perspective. And that's a positive. Next up, we've got stripes, but not these kind of stripes. All right, these stripes, they're a little dated. Instead, I'm talking about wider stripes and thoughtful design consideration. These examples still pay respects to that classic look that stripes provide, but they give an updated, much more modern take on a simple look. Also, they take care of the issue that a lot of stripes shirts have. Those slim stripes going on your shirt makes you look a little bit bigger in a not so flattering way. With this update, I think this is pretty good. Sixth up, we're gonna dip our feet into the streetwear world for a second and talk about pieces that give you that hand-finished, almost personally customized type of feel. We're seeing it all over the place right now. Purposely distressed sneakers, sneakers that look like they're still in prototype stage, clothing with phrases that look almost handwritten. This is definitely gonna be a trend that is divisive, especially I think for this channel. Most guys watching these videos like to keep it kind of clean, kind of preppy, more like clean casual. It's definitely not for everyone. Personally, if the distressing or that custom feel is done minimally, I think it can look pretty cool. All right, like I said, I like textures. And number 7 are vests. Again, adding to that utilitarian look, just like the combat boots, that military boots that I said at the beginning. Now, I don't think that I've ever owned a vest of any kind, but I think with some looks, they can look pretty cool. Marcel from One Dapper Street is a great example of how to wear a vest in a way that looks great. Also, layering a vest over a sweater or a hoodie is a cool way to add a little flair to a simple casual outfit. But what are you rocking in 2020 besides these beautiful, beautiful shirts from Cuts, which should just be an automatic? You guys will love them. Let me know down below what your 2020 trends are going to be. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the Cuts in the description, and I'll see everybody next time.